What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, and you tune in to another edition of my vlog. Want to say thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for sharing it. I'm all about that positivity and motivation, and you know I like to keep you guys laced up. And I just want to say, be conscious of the people you have around you, because a lot of times the people closest to you are the ones who could do you the most harm. You know, we just seen a perfect example of how a good brother was trying to look out for another friend of his that had just came home. You know, Nipsey Hussle looking out for one of his partners that just got out the pen and didn't have his bodyguard with him that day, and a hater took his life. And, you know, this person, being that they were from the same hood, even though they was some shit, was able to, you know, get within striking distance. And if it would have been anybody else, he probably would have been a little bit more, you know, cautious of his actions, or maybe been, you know, looking for something to happen. But this person, they didn't expect it, you know. When you have a J-Cat or somebody who's just a clown in the neighborhood, you know, you kind of think that this person is harmless. Maybe they don't have the heart to do you any harm, but you can never underestimate the jealousy, the animosity, the hatred someone harbors towards you. It's almost it can become overwhelming for that person, to the point where they feel that everything that you have is what they deserve. You know, I've seen it, man, where people are so mad that somebody else has something, they even ask God. They're like, God, why them? Why do they have the big house? You know, why do they have the pretty wife? Why do they have the success? You know, why do I have to live like this? And instead of asking the why for you, they should be asking the why for themselves. Why haven't they got off their ass? Why haven't they stopped hating? Why haven't they looked to congratulate, which would reflect on their energy, which would allow them to succeed? They don't think about it like that, because that's not the mentality they have. The haters only think about what you have and why they don't have it and why they should have it. They feel you're not deserving. And it's a dangerous situation, man. Very dangerous. You know, it's one of the reasons why I don't really frequent the block too much and hang out around, you know, certain individuals, because you never know how they feel about you. They might think you're some kind of way now. Oh, that nigga, he Hollywood now. He out there, you know, thinking he doing this and that, and, you know, he's a square, and, you know, and then, you know, you want to feel like, oh, okay, you think I'm a square? Let me show you I'm not a square. But it gets you caught up, because you're trying to still show other people that you're still about that business, and that's not what it's about, man. It comes a time in life, man, where you shouldn't have to go through and do all that. You already did all that. You already proved who you are. You ain't got to still be walking around, you know, ready to bust a head. I mean, why can't you just enjoy life, man? Why can't you just, you know, focus on building a future for you and your kids and your family? Why you got to worry about, you know, staying strapped up and looking over your shoulder? But that's what you have to do when you have one foot in the hood. You know, somebody's always gunning for you, man. Somebody's always in the cuts, and they never liked you, even though they smile on your face, man. They always had some type of feelings towards you, man. And you know, I've experienced it, and it wasn't even from a homie. It was from a relative. A relative, man. I think I talked about this in the video before, man. Somebody I thought was cool with me, man. And they told me, you know, who do I think I am driving around that car? And they confronted me at a wake, You know, I was burying my grandmother, man, and this cat walked up on me and started talking mess, and you know, I was about to, you know, we were about to take off I was about to take off on him at the wing. I wanted to bust his head. You know, he felt like I didn't deserve that, and that, you know, he insinuated that, you know, I should be in jail, and you know, what am I doing, and this and that, just because this dude is a drunk, you know, alcoholic, don't have no ambition, had his little career and got his little retirement. Now he's still working another job because he's just a, you know, a poo butt. But, you know, he is dangerous, man. I've seen it. I've seen the stripes on him. He showed his ass. And, you know, it wasn't the first time. You know, he had said something before, and I kind of brushed it off because I came to visit my grandparents, and he said, where'd you steal that car from? And I kind of laughed. I said, steal the car? I said, man, I've had that car for a while, man, and I bought it, man. I didn't have to steal that car. That car ain't even nothing, man. Anybody could buy a car like that. You know, my little NSX, and he was kind of smirking, and he looked at his wife, and, you know, he kind of chuckled, and he laughed, but he's really kind of like, you know, testing the waters. And then later on came the whole confrontation thing when he had that liquid courage in his system. And, you know, basically, man, we could have, you know, I could have gotten to some major stuff there, but my mom was there, the family was there. I'm like, man, my grandma just passed, and this is how he's feeling? It all came out. So I'm saying it's people close to you, man, that are gunning for your demise. People you think that love you, man, people you never had a beef with that are lurking in the cuts, waiting to take you down. Don't underestimate people who have not advanced, who are still in the hood, who are still trying to figure it out, who are mad because you got success, that you have, you know, people that like you, family members that love you. Never underestimate these people, man. They will take you down. They will do anything they can, call the cops on you, you know, maybe plant something on you, set you up, anything, man, you know, even try to take your life, man. So just be careful. And when you have success, just realize that on the opposite polarity, there's somebody who's just as you know, radiant in the negative side, who's trying to bring you down. And you just got to be careful. And most of these people you've known for a long time, and they don't think you're deserving. You know, they don't think you deserve to have what you have, and they feel that they're better than you, and that all the success and whatever, you know, benefits you have from that, it should be theirs. So it's a scary thing, man, but you got to always be conscious of that. And the relative that was hating on me, man, I seen him again at another funeral of a family friend. And, you know, this nigga had the nerve to say, oh, man, we all good, right? And put his hand out. And I just looked at him, man. We all good? Nah, nigga, we ain't all good. I know you a piece of shit. You a dirty Mac. And at your first chance, you would try to take me down. Never will I have this dude at my house. Never will I break bread with this dude. You know? Never will we sit together and sing Kumbaya. Nah. Ain't going down, partner. So watch yourself, you guys. Family members, too. Could be your brother. Could be an uncle. Could be a cousin. You know, could be a homie. You know, it could be an ex-wife, girlfriend. You got to always be, you know, thinking ahead. And you know, just know your surroundings, man. It's you know, it's all retrospect when you look at something after the fact, but if you can kind of watch how you maneuver ahead of time, you can hopefully prevent certain things from happening. I know I'm always, you know, when I'm pumping gas or doing something, looking around, peeping game, because, you know, there's a lot of haters out there, man. And even me doing this little vlog, you know, trying to share positivity, I've had dudes threaten my life, threaten my wife's life, somehow get a hold of the personal line and say stuff, man. And, got her kind of shook up at times. And, I just realized that, there are people out there, most of them are cowards, but a coward to do cowardly things and then, not care about the consequence because they're a coward. And that's what you got to watch out for, is those cowards out there. Those people out there who just don't care, man, and they're just mad because their life doesn't mean anything. Their life has no value. They found no purpose. And if they have no purpose in life, then they have nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose, man. As you elevate in society, economically, consciously, if you go certain places, man, just have the right people around you, man, looking out for you, kind of watching your back, man. You can never get too comfortable. You can never know when somebody might be planning or plotting. I've heard stories, cats in my neighborhood, man, dudes, catch a dude's car at a club and put a tracking device on it and then follow the dude back to the crib, man, double back, or they send a cold female you don't know, and she rock you to sleep, unlock that door, come in there, and they tie your ass up. A lot of scandalous moves out there, man. The prettiest girl could be the lowest motherfucking, excuse my language, but the lowest of the low, as far as putting down moves. You guys don't underestimate the power of the coochie. But hey, be on point, keep doing what you're doing, and stay successful, man. And if you do go back and do stuff for your community, just watch when you are chilling, and just recognize those who could be potential threats. I love to see people shining. I love to see positivity. I love to see brothers giving back, doing things, trying to help others. That's the only way, and we can't stop, man. We got to keep doing that, man. We got to keep inspiring our future generation to be successful. So Big Herc 916, man. I love y'all. Positivity and motivation.